This is Tyler Lumen's 38 Chevy Coupe. It came in, good driver. It's got a 70 Nova frame clip, power steering and air conditioning. It's a nice car. The rear had been airbagged, but the front wasn't. So we went ahead and bagged the front, made some plates, this and that. Got the front bag, rebuilt the brakes, new wheel bearings, just all the stuff up front. We don't know, we haven't put it on the ground yet. That'll be next here. See how low this is gonna go. We had to go with a narrower wheel because the track width of the 70 Nova frame clip is, probably what, 5 inches, 3 to 5 inches wider than, say, a Mustang 2, which is generally what would go on these. So we found a narrower wheel, bigger offset, shorter tire. If all the math's right, this thing ought to set pretty nice. And then in the back end, the controllers and all that changed up. Shawn will show you a little bit about what's going on back there, but this thing's short of an alignment, and getting it off the stands, this may be ready to go.
So this is the original air setup they had in the car. Just a single compressor, couple gallon tank. Since the back was only bagged, little rear end controller, only controls 2 bags. You can set it up to where it either does both sides independently, or it can also handle just front and just rear. But he wanted to go with all independent, so that way he can have some adjustability. All this stuff's hooked up now, so this guy is just a bigger version than this guy. Got everything replumbed with 3/8 line and Camozzi fittings. We've got everything all aired up and pressured up, so we've tested for leaks, so we should be able to get this thing on the ground and then get everything put back together and get him cruising.
That old Aerosmith video on the Lebanon elevator going down. Yes.
Looks better low. Yeah. Like, you see those station.
Why wouldn't anybody want to have something?
Well, you see like those mid-80s station wagons or some old grandma car that somebody's bagged at a car show, and it's like, shit, that thing looks badass, but you wouldn't be caught dead in it beforehand.
Why the tape?
So that I can make them even. So I can measure from here to here. And put this clamp in the same place over here. You can't like let it fully bottom out, so you gotta kind of like eyeball it with it pressed down a little bit. Also, pro tip, pay attention to how things come apart. That way in 3 months when you put it back together, you kind of know where everything goes. Y'all see this? In TV land, don't put bolts like this back in. Clean this shit out of here. Save yourself a lot of time, and then if you break it and you bring it to me, you'd be saving me a lot of time. A lot of people think that you should be able to run that right back in there. Well, this is caked on and dried Loctite. So all you're gonna do when you put that back in there is spread it out, and it's gonna be hell coming back out. So if you put it in there and you for some reason need to take it back apart, this could get stuck in there, and then you have to cut it out or weld something to it or heat it up, melt this shit off so you can get it out. Just clean it off. It'll save you a lot of troubles. Loctite's only your friend when it's wet. Follow me to the wheel. I'll show you how we get rid of this stuff. Safety first.
Redoing some door hinges for this 87 Malibu, or Monte Carlo Malibu. Because it's got one dead hinge that we can't get because of China. Hogging the shit out of it. See? Take a look. It's not all blown out no more. So I'll take a pin now instead of throwing a hot dog down the hallway. Check that shit out. I'm covered in metal and it itches. Mike survived. And don't fucking lose anything. Chad?
I'm not gonna lose nothing. Hey, don't record that part.
Oh yeah.
Put my hat back on.
Oh, your hair?
This is Chad learning how to do a carburetor rebuild today. Don't lose anything. Don't fuck it up. Don't leave any screws out.
Get it immaculate. I don't give a shit what the outside looks like.
I need brake cleaner.
Better put some gloves on. This shit sucks. You gonna make a mess?
Try not to.
Don't splash it on you.
Got an apron.
Huh?
You said don't splash it. I said you got
What the
an
fuck do
apron.
I look like, Eric?
Oh, it look like detail shop.
Get that drain.
We're making all fear factor. They put the flags too high. No fucking fair.
I mean, I'll get up there. I'm married to a tall chick. She's gonna kill me.
There's a lot.
It's hard welding on motorcycle tanks even when they're empty. There's still vapor, there's still fumes. I generally would empty them, rinse them out, and fill them with water at the top, leave the lid open, and do it that way. Because I've had a lid close on like a metric tank, an old Honda tank, and it was doing pretty good, but the lid ended up falling down, and it did a big, I don't know what you call it, but it just popped, and the whole thing just like swelled out. But it was on something I was doing, and I liked the way it looked, so I left it.